Here.
Billy King.
Here.
Bill Lowe.
Here.
Kim York.
Here. All right, if you'll join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance. All right. Our mission statement is preparing each student for successful and meaningful life. Is there a motion to approve the agenda? Is there a second?
Second.
Any other discussion? All in favor? Passed unanimously, thank you. All right, on to recognitions.
Good evening, everybody. At this time, we'd like to recognize some of our students for their outstanding accomplishments this year. And I know we're in the middle of July and school's not in session, and several of these students are seniors who are already on past and ready for other things, but we're glad that many of them are here this evening. I want to start by recognizing Caitlin Jungling. She got a gold medal in the firefighting division at the Missouri SkillsUSA competition. She also represented well at the national competition by winning the state competition. She's the first female to win the state level competition in this division, and she earned a scholarship of $1,000, I believe, at the national competition. Congratulations. All right, the next person we have has been with us before. Back in April, I believe it was, we recognized Audrey Huffman for winning the state competition, the FBLA impromptu speaking competition. She went on to nationals then and just recently finished in 3rd place at the national competition. Audrey? Audrey is a soon-to-be sophomore, so she did all of this as a freshman, so she's got a bright future ahead of her. Thank you, Audrey. We also want to recognize some of our International Baccalaureate Diploma students who completed the entire program and earned the actual diploma. It's the most rigorous program we have at Ray-Pec High School. It really is an international program that recognizes rigor and prepares students for deep thinking, if you will, as they pursue their continuing education. So when they leave us, I think they're ready for anything that life throws at them academically. And we're certainly glad to recognize them. There are a couple of them here this evening. I'm going to read all of their names, and then if your name is called, please come forward. First, we have Sydney Bearden, Catherine Kluhl, Julia Finaroli, Jenna Forster, Mallory Levins, Cecilia Moss, Jacob Scott, and Tammy Yang. Unfortunately could not be with us this evening. But ladies, thank you for being here and congratulations on your outstanding accomplishment. And before you leave us, I have a quick question for you. If you wouldn't mind telling us where you plan to go to school and what you plan to study.
I plan to attend the University of Arkansas in Fayetteville, and I plan to study anthropology.
Anthropology.
I'm going to the University of Alabama, and I'm going to study psychology.
All right, thanks ladies, I'm glad you're here. And one other recognition, we have, she's not able to be here this evening, I was hoping she would come in, but we have a national champion in our district this year. Ella Schnocky was the national champion in program oral interpretation at the National Speech and Debate Tournament, so that's a tremendous accomplishment. You know, she's had a little help along the way with parents involved in the program, but we're so proud of her and look forward to recognizing her in the future. We've had her here before, but she couldn't be here this evening apparently. So thank you all for being here. You're welcome to stay for what could be a relatively short meeting, but you can go at this time if you'd like. Thank you.
All right, now on to our consent agenda. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda? Is there a second?
Second.
Any other discussion? All in favor? Motion passes unanimously. All right, moving along to public comment.
There's none tonight.
Okay. Moving on to action items. Dr. Pettengill.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Well, the Raymore Peculiar School District continues to be a destination district as our population continues to grow. The previous facility plan allowed the district to meet the needs of the growing population by adding a substantial addition to the South High School building, in turn allowing the North building to once again serve as a middle school. The intermediates were allowed to serve, or could then serve as a K-5 buildings, along with allowing Shoal to serve as an early childhood facility. So the previous facility plan really worked well for the district. With our continued growth, the district administration will be facilitating a long-range facility plan process this coming year. Accurate growth models will be critical in successfully planning for the future. So, an RFP intended to solicit proposals for demographic services was recently advertised. We had 5 firms submit viable proposals to complete extensive enrollment analysis. RSP submitted the lowest bid. They're highly respected. They're a local company, has worked with hundreds of school districts, and has assisted Ray-Pec in the past. It is being recommended the Board of Education approve the partnership with RSP to complete enrollment projection analysis in the amount of $13,500.
I know we always ask this, but there was a really wide range. Any particular reason why?
I'll let Dr. Montes, I know he has some insight on that.
Well, I tell you, they can look at scope differently, and some of these companies are, out-of-state companies, and I'm sure they built in the idea of the distance, although they can do most of this work remotely. They envision their work and value their work differently. So, fortunately here, the company that was the lowest price vendor also is one we're familiar with. They've done the work for us in the district before, and they, like all the other proposals, have served a lot of public school districts, and RSP in particular, in this metropolitan area. And their methodology, I think, has been pretty accurate in the past. So once we saw what they had proposed and were comfortable with their experience, it was pretty easy to recommend them.
And I reached out to several references, and all were very happy with the service they got from RSP.
They are the ones we used last time.
Yes, they are.
So my guess part of the price is they already have their templates built and all the data that's going to roll into it. They know where to get it. So they've got 50% of their job done already.
And actually, one of the things that came out in the interview process when we met with them is the fact that their last data set for us was 2011, 2012. Their intention would be to fill in all the years since then, so they have a full data set for 15 or 20 years of ours, and that helps make their projections moving forward a little more accurate.
Excellent.
Great.
All right. Any other questions? Is there a motion?
I move to approve the proposal from RSP to partner with the district.
Hold on, have him put everybody.
There we go. I move to approve the proposal from RSP to partner with the district to complete an enrollment analysis in the amount of $13,500.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any other discussion? All in favor? All unanimous. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Pettengill. Next, we will set our tax levy hearing date. Dr. Montes.
So as per normal procedures, we set our tax rate hearing each year. Now I see here it shows 7 o'clock, or do we do 6:45, Pam? Oh, it's okay. I misread it then. All right, so each year at this time in August, we set our tax rate. And as part of a process, we have to do a public hearing. We have gotten our values preliminary from the county, and property values in total have gone up significantly. And as I mentioned last month when we talked about the budget, they've gone up enough that our tax rate's likely to roll down. But we will determine that officially next month at this meeting. So we're asking you to just set the tax levy hearing date.
Okay. Is there a motion?
I move to set the tax. I move to set the tax levy hearing for 6:45 p.m. on August 22nd, 2019.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any other discussion? All in favor? Thank you. Passes unanimously. All right, committee reports. I know it's summer and there probably aren't any.
We're just in the process of scheduling them for the year.
All right, moving along to superintendent's report.
All right, we had a great first day of registration yesterday. We had approximately 100 new families come through the doors that we hadn't been aware of previously. I don't know exactly how many students that translates to, but that's fairly comparable to last year. Probably more families, but some of them weren't as large as maybe last year's families collectively. So either way, a grand total with all of our pre-K students, we're probably going to get close to that 6,500 before it's all said and done. we have another day next week. I want to thank all of our staff and our parents and everybody for being so cooperative and working through what was a very hectic and busy day yesterday. But I think for the most part, the lines never got too cumbersome, and we got everybody through as fast as we could. Took a lot of volunteer efforts. Appreciate you being there, Ruth, to help us shuttle people in the right direction and help the process along. We are at this point in our final days of prep, getting ready for the new school year. So each and every one of our cabinet team members has important roles that we've been working on all summer, trying to get everybody in place and all the facilities ready and all the logistics prepped. And I think we're getting really close there. Just got a couple weeks to go there. And then just schedule-wise, coming up, our new teachers report on August 2nd. Convocation with all staff is August 7th, so please plan to have that on your calendar that morning. Preview day then is August 12th, the Monday before school starts, and we have added a kindergarten preview day this year to go along with 6th grade and 9th grade. So everybody that's new to a building, each of those 3 grade spans will have an opportunity to ride the bus even and test out things and get to and from school, and that kind of helps make the first day go even better. And then, of course, first day of school, August 14th, is almost here. Looking forward to it.
All right, Board of Education comments. Well, I did come up yesterday and volunteer, and it was so nice for the first time probably ever. Shout out to our staff and administrators. As people were leaving, they're like, that was painless. I mean, they were in and out yesterday, so y'all rocked it. I mean, they were very happy this year compared to what previous years have been. So you guys did a great job of having everything ready and prepared, and they were able to do a lot of it online, and I know very much appreciated, so thank you.
I would just like to say that it's very heartwarming to see the International Baccalaureate graduates and to hear those names read off. Thank you for all of your work. I remember 8 years ago driving to Minneapolis in minus 10-degree weather and to go to the training to kick off International Baccalaureate. So it's really nice to see that come full circle. And
Yeah, and I failed to mention that Mr. Meek was in the audience, and I
Yeah.
appreciate you saying something.
thank you.
All right, any other comments? All right, calendar of events. July 30th is our next registration date, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. at the South Middle School again. August 14th is our first day of school. August 21st is our joint cities meeting at 6:30 at the City of Raymore for the board. And then August 22nd is our next board meeting, 6 p.m. closed, and then 7 p.m. open, and we will have the open 6:45 tax levy hearing date at that time as well. And this is your shortest meeting of the year. Don't get real excited, it won't happen again. Meeting is adjourned.
Thanks, everyone.